Northside, Clay, go throw that.
You ain't never been to Skate Town. Auto National, you know it go down. You ain't never been to Cascade on the west side, up in LK. You ain't never been to Golden Glide, it's in the day. You ain't never been to Sparkles, gliding with your babe. I ain't never been to Skate Zone, cause it's out in Marlboro. I'ma pack a carload, I'ma take the girls and meet tomorrow.
Bring it, yeah, bring it, song, so bring it, yeah, bring it, gotta bring it up, it's a reach out, so gotta take out,
Everybody's got a song called Rockstar, running up the pop charts, all they do. I've been Houdini with my commas, my mama getting all these new tattoos. And I ain't saying that I'm Nickelback, kicking it in Cali with today's Susu, but everybody's got a song called Rockstar. Lately I've been feeling like one, so I wrote one too, and it goes like. They said that I'm killing it. Started out with drugs and hunting season. Now I got my metal up like a kid again. Wasn't trying to make it, then I went and made it. Then I made a song about and they played it. Dang, it's been a good run for a lucky redneck, but I still got a box to check. Cause everybody's got a song called Rockstar, running up the pop charts, all they do. I've been Houdini with my commas, my mama getting all these new tattoos. And I ain't saying that I'm Nickelback, kicking it in Cali with today's Susu, but everybody's got a song called Rockstar. Lately I've been feeling like one, so I wrote one too, and it goes like. Yeah, it goes like. Met a kid with it in his left. He just took a pic, said my said he witnessed me for Halloween, and when he did, everybody at the party sang. My town smaller than your town. Damn y'all, what the hell is my life now? It's like how everybody's got a song called Rockstar, running up the pop charts, all they do. I've been Houdini with my commas, my mama getting all these new tattoos. And I ain't saying that I'm Nickelback, kicking it in Cali with today's Susu, but everybody's got a song called Rockstar. Lately I've been feeling like one, so I wrote one too, and it goes like. Yeah, it goes like. Yeah, it goes like.
This speech is my recital. I think it's very vital to rock
around.
That's right.
On time.
It's tricky. It's so tight.
Here we go. It's tricky to rock around. That's right. On time. It's tricky. It's tricky. It's tricky to rock around. That's right. On time. It's tricky. Tricky. I met this little girlie. Her hair was kinda curly. Went to her house and out. I had to leave real early.
These girls are really. All they just say is, or spend some time and rock a rhyme. I said it's not that easy.
It's tricky to rock around. That's right. On time. It's tricky.
How is it, B?
It's tricky.
Shit. You about ready, DK? You got it. Yeah, I just did. I backed out and I changed some abilities and shit. I should have just sent this down. Alright, cool. Alright, good luck, man.
The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Let's close out the weekend with what should be a good one on Monday Night Primetime between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. Super Bowl Sunday awaits one of these teams as we begin the NFC Championship game. His return starts at the 5, and he gets to the 25, but not much further before going out. Let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. The first carry now for Jonathan Brooks. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. They gain 11 on that play. And that's good for a Panthers first.
Kind of seems to me like somebody was just kind of waiting for prime time. Brought his best out with the very first carry and got us off and running.
Already know I got on go. Money calling, gotta go. You gotta go if you play or you troll. Precious on the globe. Got trying to snatch out my soul.
Got it. Ready? New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38.
Great. Here we go.
First down, and they go right back to it. Went in there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
Thornhill on the tackle. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
18, Mustang 1979 Broncos, 60 average, go.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he has it right near midfield here. Just about a yard short. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
And at the 49-yard line.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
Panther 11! Panther 11!
Back to throw. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun. Buys time, rolling right. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete. Now, after delivering that ball, we see he's in some discomfort out there. So here come the trainers to take a look at him. Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Sticking in the air with Minshew. Knocked away, that's incomplete. Opening drive has arrived at 4th down. So they couldn't throw for it on 3rd down, and as a result, Sarah headed off the field earlier than expected on their opening series.
Keeping them off the scoreboard? Well, that's already a win defensively. Not letting them even cross midfield, that's the cherry on top.
And he drives this one into the pouring rain. He put too much juice into that one. It lands in the end zone. We're bringing things out to the 20-yard line. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Pennick's going to throw straight away. Grabbed by Kyle Pitts. Keeps himself upright. And he gets this down near the 30.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom, connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
They're going to run it here. It's for John Robinson. He's going to keep his balance long enough to get ahead for a gain of 5. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get wins of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Falcon 1st down.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Atlanta.
Play fake. Penix. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Panthers get it back after a marvelous defensive effort. Well, Brock, they get an early opportunity here inside the red zone, but nothing comes of it after that interception.
Yeah, no question, Kate. You expect that this won't be their last chance or the last time they get in the red zone. This will, or at least should, be the last chance that it ends in a pick. They're going to take that Marcus out surface tackle. Everybody is going to pull that play up, and most importantly, they're going to try to identify what happened so it doesn't happen again.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd down, it's Brooks. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there.
Minshew now on 3rd down. Just got it away before the hit button. It doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. Panthers getting everyone set for the punt. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. He's got this at the 27. He's got it. That's going to be a first and more. And a big hit on the return to stop it cold. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out first and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. This is a heater going deep. Throwing into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Trayvon Merrick has it. So their second drive ends just the way their first one did, Brock. And if you are the coach down there, man, you've got to be fuming.
Yeah, so frustrated, right? 2 drives in, you still can't get your game plan at all. Not a series you're going to keep ending prematurely. You don't want to be playing behind schedule right from the start of the game, which is exactly where they found themselves.
Carried by Brooks to start the drive. This drive is going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
At the 16-yard line.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. And this is brought to a stop up at the 34-yard line there. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's going to bring up the Carolina first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Back to the ground they go. Hubbard. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So he can only get back to the line as the defense all over this one.
No gain on the play.
Minshew working from the gun.
At the 34-yard line.
Catch made by Chuba Hubbard. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 10.
We're 1 quarter into deciding who's going to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Bank of America Stadium after this. We're ready to go with the second quarter. It's Panthers football. They're looking at 3rd and still 10 here. They'll throw 3rd and long. So the coverage holds up on the deep ball. That's going to force 4th down.
In real estate, Kate, it's location, location, location. In football, it's rhythm, rhythm, rhythm. And you don't get 3rd down conversions, you get no rhythm.
And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he gets him what he can, but still pretty deep in their own territory starting out.
At their own 13-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Let's go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 70 line, 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Of all the ways the first points could go up on the board, a safety, well, it's one of the more rare and least likely, and we nearly saw it right there. What a great spot for the aggressiveness of that defense. And the QB, well, he nearly obliged them by dancing way too close to the goal line. We're still scoreless, but just barely.
Backed up even closer to the goal line. Here's 2nd down. Working near his goal line. Complete. It's Bijan Robinson. And they're able to drag him down as he reaches the 15-yard line.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
They put Mooney in motion right. Third down, it's Penix. We look underneath here, Robinson. And he is stopped with authority there, but that stop came later than they'd like as he gets a good bit and that first down. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. They send a man in motion. Throwing now on 1st down, Penix. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
The left side is caught by Pitts. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. Moving quickly, trying to get set. It's Penix yet again. Got a man, it's Drake London. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that is good enough for Atlanta, 1st down.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Shotgun snap, we get to Robinson. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on 1st down. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Penix working from the gun. Finds his back. It's Robinson. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, kid, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Well, we are still scoreless in this one as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More from Sunday Night Primetime on the other side. Quite the drive they're putting together here, partner. This is the 9th play event as they get set for 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Robinson. And they have this one well contained. There's the stop for a loss now. 4th down coming up. Spencer Schrader ready for the field goal try. Needs a good amount here, too. 51 yards away. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And they're on the board.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
He'll take this at the 10. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Cougar 19. Ready.
Throwing from the gun here. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's going to keep it this time. And this one's only going to pick up a couple before he heads out of bounds.
Well, you don't get the 1st down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Second down now. They need 7.
Let's go now. Clear it. Buffalo 18. Go.
He's going to throw it. Trying for the deep ball. Brought in inside the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers get some late points and the lead.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid, let him run.
This is Ryan Fitzgerald on to try the extra point. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And the Panthers take a 4-point lead. Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Penix. Midfield down inside that 45-yard line. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. 1st and 10, around to Robinson. And 2nd down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Break the huddle. It's 2nd down now. Penix here from the gun. Dumps it off to Robinson. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers that time, running back in the flat.
Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This one from 47 yards away. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Kid, I don't think there's any question. This is going to be a close game when it's all said and done because it's awfully tight here at the half. And that field goal, it gives them a little more confidence running into the locker room.
So it's a touchback on the kickoff, and we're going to get one final snap here in the half.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here comes the final play of our first half.
Cougar 19, Mustang 19, check. Here we go, here we go. 6, 19, touch.
They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Trophy awaits one of these teams, partner. Just a half to go as we're off in the 3rd quarter. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Man in motion out of the slot. Penix on 1st down. Oh no, they get him yet again. Trevin Wallace has it. And the Panthers take over. Not an interception by the reigning Defensive Player of the Year. And it doesn't matter who gets that ball to start the second half because he picks it off on the very first play.
I wonder at halftime, down there in that locker room on the whiteboard, if that defensive coaching staff just said simply, go get the ball. It's exactly what they do, and it totally changes the complexion of this second half.
And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Their dominance against this ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number one is?
Stop the run.
They've been doing it.
We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark, really, from the first snap through this second half. There have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered. That's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
On first down, here comes Brooks. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards.
Tackled back at the 30-yard line.
Minshew escapes the pocket. The coverage just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time, secondary, they got real sticky, stayed tight, and forced the throw away.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Let's go. Tackle and left. Cougar 19. Buffalo 18. Cup 19. Cup 19. Ready.
Here he goes. Third and long. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. How about that play, Brock? On third and 14, they find a way to convert.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up, too.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, Minshew. He has the Carolina touchdown. The Panthers push their lead further to start the half. This is Fitzgerald trying to tack on the extra point. Got a good play in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And the Panthers blow their lead to 8. Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. Showing a little burst so far. And he gets him into a good spot, just a yard or two shy of the 40-yard line. Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10. Shaking off the pit quickly. He's going to throw. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though. Here, we got 2nd down.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation. It's just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time, start connecting on more of these, and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Second and 10, Penix to throw. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down. To the air on third and long. He's trying to push the field. And they pick him off again. And the Panthers take over once again after forcing his fourth interception of the night. Well, depending on which side of the ball you're looking at here, Brock, things have either been very sharp or they've been just awful to start this second half. 2 drives, 2 interceptions now.
I mean, where do you think I'm looking, Kate?
Oh, I know. Where you been looking?
Oh, it's a miserable place to be as a quarterback, just knowing you're hurting your team, not even giving yourself a chance, giving the ball away.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10.
Panther Street, Panther Street, 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Rig, cover. Ready.
Running with Hubbard out of the gun. And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Okay, ready?
At the 48-yard line.
Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way.
Got it. Ready?
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Let's go now. 6.
Back to throw. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And he has the Carolina touchdown. The Panthers parlay the interception into points. This is Fitzgerald trying to tack on the extra point. Extra point set in through the rain. And the Panthers lead by 15 now. Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. Throwing Penix. Catch made underneath by the back. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, it's difficult on the defense.
Penix looking to pass. Mooney downfield, and he has it. And he is down to the 30-yard line. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Penix now on 1st down. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
On 2nd and 10, it's Penix. That one finds Xavier Worthy. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And And that's a Falcon first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
And again, it's Penix. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Benjamin Morrison comes up with it.
Okay, that's far from the first time we've seen him throw into the wrong team, but this one was probably the most costly.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Carolina offense to the line. Here's first and 10.
Get it. Bring it.
This drive will begin with Hubbard. And this is going to come to an end right at the 32-yard line. 12 yards on that play and a good call, nets him the first.
One like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
Ready?
Going to the ground again on first. And he has it into the red zone as he reaches that 20-yard line.
Anytime you go over half the field in one play, totally changes the complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end the series with some type of points.
That last shot took him right down to the front of the red zone. Here's first down. Just a quarter left before one of these teams punches its ticket to the Super Bowl. The Falcons have the ball and the lead. Only one quarter from advancing in the postseason. So a new set of downs. Here we go. First and 10.
Here we go.
Hubbard again. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Minshew working from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Ben, even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
Brooks on the counter. And they get stuffed. He is knocked backwards on the play. That makes it fourth down. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support. I think you could call this one now, Kate. His field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
Return coming from the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this first and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. He manages to find a little traction on that search field as he fights forward for a couple. After the 3-yard pickup, it's second and 7.
Brings up second and 7.
Penix now. He's throwing deep to the left side. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Benjamin Morrison comes up with it. And the Panthers get it back as he intercepts him for the second time this game.
You know, my dad was my old high school coach. He was a play caller. He was an offensive guy. And after days like this, I remember one in particular, he'd say, son, some days peanuts, some days shells. This has been nothing but a bunch of shells for this quarterback today.
And he's able to get this down to the 36.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give a quarterback a chance.
This time they've got him. He can't break another tackle. He will go down behind the line.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
6 yards to go here. It's third down.
Dragon 60. Come on. Ready?
They'll throw. Third and long. And they can't connect on the third down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got fourth down.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that stretches the lead to 21.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. Now try to set up the screen. Here's Robinson. Blast through midfield. Works the sideline inside the 35. And he's down all the way to the 30. To the line and set. Here we go. 1st down. Here going play fake with Penix. Knocked away. That's going to be incomplete. Defender there. That brings up 2nd down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone. When things happen so fast, those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Penix to throw again on 2nd. And right away, he just throws that one to another neighborhood. I think we're all a little confused at that, and we do have a flag for grounding now. So the grounding backs him up and wipes away 2nd down. A very tough 3rd down play here. 3rd and long for him here. And they pick him off again. Trevin Wallace has it. And the Panthers will get it back with some time to work with. We reached the 2-minute warning. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10.
Hey, check, go!
Harvard gets it to start the drive. And he manages to find a little traction on that search field as he fights forward for a couple. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Ready?
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
15, 5 here.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Finds some time left. And he's going to fire this one deep down the near sideline. Caught along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Now a give to Brooks, coming left. Defense contains him. That's going to force 4th down as he's dropped for a loss. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. Carolina in punt formation.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Trying to push deep downfield. And they pick him off again. Benjamin Morrison comes up with it. And the Panthers have it again after yet another interception.
That throw has got to be the last we've seen of him this contest. I'm just not sure how they leave him in when the defense is clearly all over whatever he's trying to throw. The amount of frustration he is feeling is only going to lead to additional miscues. Please, for the love of God, take this man out.
only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
They're going to pass it here. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. This one misses the tight end. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
The offense not shy about sending them downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Now shotgun handoff to Brooks. And they drop him just a couple yards beyond the line. It's 4th down now.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
So the Panthers guard the vault and get the win at home. They are your NFC champions, Brock. What a mix of emotions out there right now, right? Happiness.
Everything litty, I love when it's hot. Turned to the city, I broke out the knot. Got some more millies, I keep me a knot. I created history, it made me a lot. He tried to diss me and it on Fox. We call them Chaucer cause they gonna chop. Took her out of filers cause of hot. I run it like Nike, we got it on lock. Cardiac eye. I'm the boss man in a suit with no tie. I can't be, I gotta stay. Put me some in the counter that's dry. Riding in spaceship like Bunny and Clyde. Don't worry, baby, I keep me some fire. Shenanigans and broken, she cannot decide. The ladies Mercedes, here goes the surprise. Don't sleep on Miss Lady, help ride. Bet while I'm gripping her side. Nigga mad bet, this ain't regular size. We really fly, we like Pelican guys. You ain't slick, I can tell her the skies. Upgrade at my wrist, put baguettes in the sky. She think I might sign her and change her whole life. I told her to goggle and work on her highs. Everything litty, I love when it's hot. Turned to the city, I broke out the knot. Got some more millies, I keep me a knot. I created